channel. It's so good to see you. But if you're new here, hi, my name is DreamWhisperGaming. And in today's episode, we are going to be building a village of secret gardens. Okay, let's get started. First, we are going to start with some lovely water. Okay, we're gonna have water running down here. Okay, make it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so across from that will be, so we're going to start with, whoopsie. We're gonna start with, that's not gonna reach. Okay, we're gonna start with our bridge. Okay, so let's build from here across like so, and we will bring it down like this. And what I like to do is I like to kind of make it so that it's got a bit of a curve at the top, something like this. Okay, so we can bring that in a bit. Maybe make this a little bit higher, a little bit. Okay, so we kind of have a bridge. Okay, so we can also add sides as well. I do like this quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it as large as I can, so that as many people can walk. Whoops. There we go. That's cool. I like that a lot. I think that looks very cool. Okay, so this is going to be the bridge. What I want to do is I want to see if this will work. It might work, it might not, but we will see before we get started. All the way down. Change the color. Oh, sorry. Change this. Yes, there we go. No. I mean, we could do that. And then on this side, we can do the same thing. Bring that down. Bring that all the way down. Just so that it has something to stand on. Okay, we can make this a little bit taller. Like so. And then on here, we can put a little lamp. Okay, just a fun little design. And before we actually do get into it, we want to make this nice and bright. There we go. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start with the path. So these homes are going to have a beautiful secret garden. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to create the layout. Oh yeah, sorry. Before I continue, I do want to have a section. I want to have a section over here. There we go. Up and maybe, yes, like that. I like that a lot. But I let's do that again. I'm going to bring it in a little bit more. Like so. Okay, there we go. And bring it up a bit, and there we go. So we've flattened it. We've flattened it a little bit, like so. Okay, right. Let's continue. So we're gonna have our first little house, and I'm gonna draw it. Whoops. Okay. Right. We can always change the paths if we are not very happy. Okay, so this one on the right is going to be kind of a big house. And yes, I think so. We're going to have maybe an area here that can be where they can all maybe come together. And we join up here. There's another house here. Yes, 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 yes. And then there's a path here. And there is another house here. Like that. Like so. Okay. We have this path. And it goes all the way up. So we'll have some stairs as well. And you have this path here. And then we have a house over here in the back. Okay. And one more house here. All right, let's get started with our first house, shall we? With our garden. With our garden as well. So we're going to place this house. Whoops. I don't know why it's done that. A little bit bigger, like so. There we go. So these houses are going to be very interesting. I'm trying a new technique. So I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm trying a new technique. Make it a little bit bigger, bring it out a bit more. It doesn't have to actually. You can rotate it. There we go. Okay. Right, so then we have to make it a little bit bigger so it sticks out a bit more. And also on this side too. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty cute on that side. I think it's a bit too rotated, so there we go. That actually looks very strange. Okay, I think that's the best I'm gonna get. Okay, what do we think? I think that looks very, very, very cute. Alright, next I'm gonna add a little chimney. Very, very cute. Alright, then I'm gonna have let's sort out the actual house first before anything. I always love to have a big door. I think having a big door makes a huge difference. Okay, so we've got that, which I absolutely love. I would love to have maybe some stairs, but that's okay. That's okay. Whoops. Okay, now let's add some windows, shall we? I absolutely love that. Add that window. There we go. And then let's see what happens. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, so okay, we can do that. That's fine. Okay, so we've got some windows there. We can add a window at the top as well. That's quite cute. I will add one window here. Or what we can do is add a corner window and add a corner window. So we can get rid of that. That looks really, 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 really cute. I like that so much. Okay, now next we're going to build a wall all the way around. But I want to have some edges. There we go. Okay, right. I want to move this in a bit. Okay, I want some. Okay, this is the plan. I want a bit of greenery. I want a bit of greenery on the sides. Okay, there we go. So I made the mistake. But I do want some greenery on the edges. So we're going to move this in a bit. There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. Move this in too. Okay, this is going very well. Okay, bring this in. Nice. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's bring this around. We're going to add. Whoopsie. Okay, right. So let's actually just. Okay. Is there a way that we can. I don't think we can. Okay. There we go. Right. So to get rid of this, we are just going to erase that. Fantastic. I did make a mistake. Bring that back there. Okay, now I want to make these walls straight. So we're going to do that. And let's sort out this wall. I don't know what happened here. Okay, but I want this wall straight. So let's bring this in a bit. There we go. Bring this across. Fantastic. And okay, we can leave it cornered. That's fine. And the last one over here. I just want to fix this. Nice. Very good. Okay. Right. Now let's bring these down a little bit. Yeah. I think that is super, super, super cute. Next, I want to add a door. Let's see what happens if we add a door here. Okay, it doesn't add a door. Wait. Oh, it does add a door. So we can either do that door, or if we want to, we can do that door, which is very cute. Very, very cute. But I think I do like the idea of a door there. I think that is absolutely adorable. Okay, next, what I want to do is because this is rectangular or a square, I'm gonna bring this down. Okay, bring this down. Whoops. Okay, so it won't just float, unfortunately. So if I take it and do that, it doesn't do that, unfortunately. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. Alright, let's get rid of that. So this is her, well, this person's little garden. Okay, and then must bring it all the way through. Okay, there we go. How cute is that? That looks amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, next I want to add a little pond area. There you go. Okay, I think that's quite cute. Okay, well, I don't want it to be on the edge. Also, let's move these. Okay. Or we can put it in the back. No, I want it to be over here. So we're going to do a little pool pond. Okay, it stayed inside. Fantastic. Okay, and then we're also just going to add a nice little... There we go. A nice little fence for protection. Does it need to be there? I don't think so. I think that looks quite nice without it. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, then let's see what else we can get from here. Okay, that is quite cute. I do like that. What else? Okay, nice. So I just want to add a lot of different things. Fantastic. To make it very garden. No, not for this house. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's do another one. Pumpkins. Okay, maybe we can have one of these. I think that's very cute. And let's do one more. I think this is very cute. Okay, right, so let's get it going. I'm going to put this little plant over here. We can have this there. That's very, very cute. We can move this to the front, like so. I love that. That's very, very sweet. And we can move this over here. You cannot even see that. Okay, let's move it. Maybe we don't even need it. We can actually just... There we go. Okay. Then also I think what we should do is maybe add a little path. So make it, yeah. Add a path all the way to the back. Okay. So that you can okay, no, that doesn't look great. Okay, there we go. So you have a little area here. Okay, this is to move, and so does this chair, which we can actually move to the front. We can add, and we can rotate this. There we go, to the front. Okay, these walls are very, very high, so I actually want to bring these down a little bit. Okay, that's how I want that. Then I'm gonna add some flowers as well. So what I'll do, let's move this quickly. I'm gonna put this over here. Let's rotate it. Rotate, nice. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna add some flowers. some over here. And maybe just a few here as well. There we go. Okay, so, and then let's also just make it so that this path is quite clear, because we cannot really walk. And you know what actually might be a very cool idea? Is if we make a wall like this. I think that's very cute as well. So bring this down. Yes. Bring it up a little bit. Nice. Okay. Make it a little bit taller. Nice. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Then you can walk through, and this is the cool little section where you can relax and do what you need to do. There's a chair here. Maybe we should actually, let's make this. I want to make it so it's the double chair. There we go. Let's make it a double chair. Or what we can do is just, so we can move this out the way. Let's move this. We can put this over here, like so. And then we can put this maybe over here. There we go. So we can sit right. We can sit right by the water. Isn't that very sweet? I think that is such a sweet little house. Look at that. We can even change the color of the roof. We can make it red, like so. We can even make, oh, okay, let's do a purple roof. Let's do a purple roof. And then let's see, what colors can we do? We can actually make them all very different. See what happens when we make these blue. And okay. Okay, right. Is there a way we can maybe change the color? No. Okay. Alright. And then lastly, let's have a look at the walls. We can make it a blue wall. That's very cool. No, we like that. Okay, we can make it blue, like so. That actually looks amazing. Okay, and then the last thing that I need to do before I move on to the next house is we need to have some little lights. Oh, look, there's some ducks. That is exciting. That is exciting. There we go. Okay, so we have to make sure that this is as bright as it can get. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right, let's add some more lights, shall we? I honestly wish we could make like little lights. That would be cool. Like these ones, yeah, on the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, we can have one over here. I think the house is pretty well lit. And we'll put a light over here. Very good, very good. Okay, we'll need another light over here. So I rotate it. There we go. Okay, let's see what it looks like at night. There we go. Okay. Right, I think we need to maybe add some more lights. Rotate it. There we go. Maybe have a light there. Okay, so we cannot really see that light, so let's bring it up a little bit higher. We need one right there. Okay. I think we should maybe have one here so you can see when you come through. And what if we have one in the middle? Like so. That looks very silly. I think maybe here so we can see. Oh, let's move it. There we go. I think that's a little better. What do you guys think? Let's add... no, I think that's perfect. Okay, so this is our first little home. And I think it looks amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Let's go back, shall we? Let's go back. Okay, now. Whoops. Let's go on to our next house. Okay, we're gonna make a round house. Like so, but let's see. Okay, now let's see if we can do the same thing again. So we make it a bit bigger. Okay, with the same roof. Grab. I don't think that does much, I'll be honest. Bring it in a bit. No, it does not. Okay, that's okay. So, what I'm gonna do... Okay, so let's just build a normal square house. Okay. So we're gonna make it nice and big. Like a biggish house, like so. Okay, we're gonna rotate it so actually let's have it more in the middle, shall we say. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Okay, then we're gonna make it a little bit higher off the ground, like so. Then we are going to add a door, and I want to add some stairs. Okay. Okay, there we go. But I want to make this a little bit bigger. Nice. Oops. And then also the door. I want to make this door a bit bigger, of course. So I want to make this a bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so now we have that there. And if we... What can we do? So we can add the sides as well. So I think that we should maybe have these. There we go. I think that looks awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, now let's add to the house. Okay, I should have maybe added this first. Yeah, I think this would have been a better idea. Anyway, let's bring that down. I don't want that to stick out, that's the problem. Okay, so yes. Oh, right. Okay, so I know this looks very chaotic at the moment, but just the process. Okay, and then move it so it's there. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, so this needs to come down a little bit, like so. Okay, so you can see that it's rounded. Okay, we're gonna bring this in a little bit more. No. Okay, there we go. Okay, maybe we can also then bring this in a little bit. Yes. But if we bring this in, then it won't. Okay, there we go. Nice. I think that looks pretty cool. Besides the double there, which I don't like at all. Okay, so let's no. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. And this one, okay, we'll bring it up a little bit. There we go. There's nothing we can do about this. Unless, hold on, I have an idea. We bring this out and we maybe, oops, there we go. And we can bring this up like so. Okay, there we go. But now we cannot get rid of that, which doesn't really help very much. Like so, that's it. That's all we can do. Okay. Unfortunately. Only other thing is to, yeah. Okay, so maybe we just don't have this part. Okay, we'll just delete this, okay? So this is the house that we currently have at the moment. I want to just maybe make this a little wider. So make it a little bit higher. No? I do like that a lot, actually. Okay, we'll just leave it as it is, okay? That is the house. Make it a little bit bigger. Make this a little bit bigger, this side and that side. Okay, I think that's cool. I like the edges on the sides. That's very, very cool. Okay, next we're gonna bring this out. We can add a door. Okay, fantastic. A little bit bigger, nice. Okay, so we've got some stairs, like a whimsical stairs. We're gonna make this a little bit bigger. I'm gonna bring it down. Okay, like this. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it straight, like this. Yes. Okay, so that's just going to be straight like so. Okay, next we are going to be adding the fence as well. Okay. Okay, so we want a bit of green on the outside. Whoopsie. Yeah, we want a bit of green on the outside. Turn it around so we can see. Okay. There we go. Okay, right. This, okay, so the only way really to get rid of this, how did we do it there? Okay. So the only way really to get rid of this would be to get rid of the path. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. And then we just go here and we add a double door or big door. Or add a big door like so. And then we'll go back here and we'll get as close as we can. There we go. To that door. Yes, there we go. Okay, so this is house number 2. Okay, what I want to do is maybe over here. Maybe over here you have a bit of... Okay, is this house okay? Yes. Okay, so let's... Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, so over here we are... Okay, this needs to... This is a bit high. Let me bring this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Right, I am... Okay, I'm happy with that. That's fine. Okay, we're going to add stairs going down. So this needs to go down. That needs to go up. Okay. Right, nice. Okay, maybe we don't add the stairs there. Okay, I think okay, right. Let's add this again. So we're gonna... Right. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, that's so much better. That is so much better. And I'm very, very happy with that. Right. Now we can add some stairs. I think stairs would be great over here. Back down. Bring this up a bit. There we go. Nice. Okay, we're gonna make it a little bit bigger. Or maybe, I think this might be a bit too close. I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna add the stairs here. There we go. I think that looks better. What do you think? Yes, I think so. Nice. And we'll just add... There, make it a little bit higher. Very good, very good. Okay, now if we want to, we can change this. So maybe it's just something simple like that. Okay. And then we can also add a path as well. There you go. Very cool. Okay, then you can come up here. Maybe have some trees. Okay, maybe some plants. Oh no, I don't like that. Yes, I like that. Very cool. And at the top here, you can have a little seating area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it, bring it all the way up here. Nice. And then we'll copy it and we will just rotate it. Nice. There we go. That's very, very cute. I like that a lot. Okay. Maybe we can add like a little... Oh no, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm very happy happy with that? I think that's more of what I want. Yes, so it's more flat at the back there. Yes, okay, right. I think that looks nice. Okay, then let's see if we can add something else here. Is there anything else we can maybe add? Maybe we can just add this for fun. Okay, nice. Okay, so that's like just a fun little area where you can go and sit and relax, relax, relax. Okay, now over here, a little pond. And let's see what happens if we do. Nothing will happen there because there we go. We can't do much about that. There we go. So we can pretend that that's like a little pond, I guess. And that's, there we go. There's a little pond, I think. I tried my best, Okay, let's continue with some windows. There we go. Nice. I think we should add, yeah, I think we should add another window. Like this. I think that looks very cool. Maybe one at the bottom. No. Okay, we can add a double one here. Or should we add one window and one window? What do you think? Okay, I don't think that looks too bad. There doesn't really need to be a window at the back here. So I will add a door. Nice. And then I also want to add a nice little chimney. We can add it. Let's add it on the side, shall we? Yes, like so. Sorry. There we go. Okay. I just want to move it. Oh no, that's okay. That's fine. Okay, so there's your little chimney. Let's change the color, shall we? I think we should change the color. Okay, let's make it a pink color. I like that. Then we can go for maybe maybe a pink and green color. There we go. I think that's quite cute. And here we can go with green. Yes, I actually do love that. Can't really change the color. Oh, that's a nice color. That's quite nice. Okay, let's bring these walls down a bit. There we go. Just enough so you can get through with the door. This, I must say, I am very, very, very happy with this. And then also, I think there should be a way that you can maybe come out as well. So we can either make a little doorway here, so you can go through, but you can't add a door here. So I'm gonna just add a door here, like so. Add a bit of there we go. That's nice. Okay, we're gonna add a whoops. We're gonna add a path. Oh my word. I'm gonna add a path like so. So we can go that way. And then this is what I'm gonna do. add, so we'll make this a little bit smaller. I'll add a path around the pond, like this. Yes. Make this a tiny bit bigger. Okay. A tiny bit more bigger. Like this. Like so. Nice. I think that looks great. Then we're going to copy this. And we're just going to put a whole bunch of these down. So this is where you can come and sit if you want to. If you feel like just relaxing. There we go. I think that is quite cute. Alright, let's do some lights. So I think this could be a very nice light over here. And we can have another one over there as well. Okay. And then we can... I don't think... Okay. We'll just have to have the big lights for now. Okay, so I'm going to turn that. Another one. And one more over here. Like so. That looks beautiful. Light here. Light there. And a light there. Oh, that looks amazing. I love that so much. Okay, one light. Can we get that there? Oh, it actually put a light there. I'm very impressed. Put one light there and one light there. A light here. And then maybe like a light over there as well. Okay, nice. We will need a light here. I think that's fine. Okay, let's see what it looks like at night. Okay. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Okay, what do you think? I think it does need a bit more light. So we can maybe add one here. And add one over there. Turn it. There we go. And we can have one more over here. Like so. And I think that's pretty well lit. It's a little bit higher. I think that's pretty well lit. Yes, very, very good. Okay. Then let's add another big tree here just to keep in the theme, because there's also another tree there too. So we'll just add some trees. There we go. And then we can just also add some, let's make this daytime. We can also just add some flowers as well. It doesn't have to be bushes. Nice. Lovely. And we'll have a little bit over here as well. There we go. Okay, I think that this house has a cute little garden. Look at that. So you come through. I also just want to add maybe some lights going all along, so that at nighttime it's not so dark, you know? Okay. What do you think? I think that looks cool. Okay, and then I also want to add for the other house, but let's see what it looks like at night. There we go. That looks perfect. Oh my word, I'm so excited. This looks so magical. Okay, and then while we're here, I actually love this little house. This little house is awesome. Okay, while we're here, let's make these a little bit higher, like right on top. There we go. Let's add some more light, shall we? So these ones can be a little bit closer, like so. Very good. And we'll do one tiny one in the corner. Okay, so the paths are quite well lit, if you ask me. Yes, okay, I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, right, so now let's go back to the daytime. Okay, so we've got our two little houses. And now it is time for our next house. So I think let's go for this little area over here. Okay, so I am going to start with, yes, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to build a little, okay, no. Remember, we want to have a bit of grass. Like so, as you can see. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay, I don't know about this edge here. Let's see. Let's try and fix this. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, right. Remember, bring this down a bit. Enough so that we can have a door. Okay, so we want to have a door here. Okay, right. And then in order to get through there, you need to go through another door. So let's bring this down a bit. You need to go through another door, which I think should be right here. There we go. So it's just a fun little area where they can, I don't know what, but I thought that was a pretty cute idea. Okay, and draw the little bar. Fantastic. Okay, we'll see how it looks a bit later because, yes. Okay, we're gonna put this house right here. Bigger. Okay, let's move it into the corner. Okay, it's a bit skew. Let's just sort that out. There we go. Very nice. How does it look? Still skew. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think it's because of the wall. The wall is not exactly straight. It's okay. Remember, we're gonna do this because we're adding another one, remember? So bring this down. Yes, there we go. Bring it across, like so. We'll rotate it a bit. There we go. Nice. Get to the middle. Bring it in a little bit. Go, bring that in a little bit. Like that. Okay. Right. Let's bring this out. Okay, so that's like that. Bring it in a bit. Bring it out a bit. Like that. Okay, so we need to make this so that it's it's like, because we want it to be one, like so. There you go. Nice. Okay, then we do another one. Okay, bring it down. Okay, so so we want it to be like the same. There we go. Okay. No, I think it was this one. Okay, and this time we're gonna rotate it like that, I think. Yes. No, that's not gonna work. Although it does look very interesting. It does look very interesting, this. But I think, yeah, that's the one. Rotate a little bit. There we go. Move it like that. There we go. Oh, how cute is that? That is so cute. But now where do we put the door? That's the question. Okay, so I'm going to make it. I'm going to put a double... You can't exactly put a double door here, can you? No. You can't put a double door here. That's going to be a problem. So what we might have to do is... We might have to... So if we take this out... Okay. Let's... Okay. Still an interesting house. Yeah, still an interesting house. Okay. Right. I'm going to... Where should we... I think I'm going to put it this side. There we go. Okay, right. You can also change the color of the door. So let's go with what color we're doing. There's no white. Okay, we could go with that. Okay, we could go with that style. Yes. And we can go with... So we can actually... Okay, I do like the white though. The whites and the brown is quite nice. Keep it like that. I'm going to keep it white. Or brown, whatever color that is. I think that is a nice color. And I think that is a very nice color. Yes. Okay. I think that is awesome. We also need to change the color of these doors as well. Nice. Okay. Now, let's draw a path. So, there we go. Nice. We've drawn the path. And... Oh, actually, I do like that. That's quite nice. So we've got the door there. We've got like a little path there. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a better idea. I do like that. I do like that. Okay, and I also want to add another door here. Hold on, let's go. There we go. And a little path. Nice. For this little house over here. It doesn't have a huge garden. But that's okay. Okay, maybe we can have a few trees. For a little bit of privacy. You know? Okay. I think that's cool. We can maybe add one here as well. Fantastic. Okay, let's add some. Let's add... I love the windows. windows. Okay, we can keep that. That's quite nice. That's all. We'll have one at the bottom. Put this up a bit. Have some plants. There we go. Nice. Bring it up a little bit more. I think that's quite nice. Yeah, that looks cool. Looks very pretty, actually. Nice. We don't need one for the bottom, and then we can have like a corner one. There we go. Oh, that is so beautiful. I love this one. I actually do love this one. Okay, we want another double window. Okay, we'll do that one. It's a bit higher. And we'll do another corner one like that. Maybe we have two corner ones. Like so. Oh, yes. This house is so adorable. Okay, I think I have a favorite house. This one is just too cute. Just too cute. Okay, put that there. In fact, let's actually move this. Wait, it can put it on the wall? I do not know this. That's interesting. Okay, but I want to put this here at the back. There we go. Okay, I think that looks amazing. Okay, now let's have a look at some lighting, shall we? Okay, so there's not going to be too much lighting because this place is not huge. But I think maybe some more lighting would be very, very, very cute, like so. Let me move this a little bit. There we go. I think that would be very, very, very cute. Okay, now let's add some lighting at the back here and see what it looks like. Okay, we got one there and one little light there. Maybe a light at the top. Okay, right. Then we can have a third light there. Okay, this side we can have a light. We won't need too much here, maybe there as well. Okay, let's see what it looks like at night, shall we? Wow. Okay, that looks awesome. Awesome, awesome. That looks really, really cool. I love that. This is a very, very, very cute house. Okay, then we also need to add outside. Let's quickly do that. Nice. Very good. Okay. I think that looks amazing, 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 amazing. And then we'll just add, some plants, flowers. There we go. Nice. And I'm actually in love with this build. I think it's absolutely beautiful. There we go. Well, I want to also add one of these, so we can also have like just, if you want to, you can come and sit here. I think that's really cute. There we go. Nice. Okay. And then also in the home, I think we can also have this over here as well. Right, rotate. There we go, if we want to sit and chat. And then we get over here, which I am so happy about. Oh, do you know what I forgot? We must add a thin little path like this. Nice. So you can go towards the back. I don't think this needs much stuff. I think it looks great the way it is, actually. So I'm going to remove that, and yeah. What we can do is we can add, let's say we add something here. Maybe we can just add this if you want to just chill. But I was thinking of maybe we can add something fun like that, just to spice it up a little bit. We can add a little bird thing as well. That can actually go here somewhere. We can maybe, let's add the little bird thing over here. Okay, let's see. What else do you have? I do like this. Okay, so we can rotate it. There you go. Okay. I want to add one more chair. So we can have this, rotate, and move it there. Fantastic. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. What do we think? Oh, we do need to bring this down. Uh-oh. Bring this down a little bit as well. There we go. Okay, I am very happy with this. And then when you put it at nighttime, look, all the beautiful lights. All the beautiful lights, come on. Look at that. Look at that. I must say, this is definitely one of my favorites. I really do like this one. And this one's also just so cute. Okay. Let's go to the next one, shall we? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we need to maybe redo this. So I'm going to get rid of this path. I don't really know what that is. Okay. So we're going to go and do it a little bit differently. Okay, so I'm going to make this build. Then we're going to make it a bit bigger, like so. Very good. Let's move this actually. Okay. I do like that one, right? Let's see if we. Yes. Okay, I just want to see. Oh, it's probably not going to do anything. It probably. Nope. It won't do anything. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Right, so we will just have one of these. We'll make it a little bit taller, like so. I'm going to have it maybe 3 stories, like so. There we go, like that. We'll have a door, and then we have a path going here. We've got a little step over there as well. Okay, once we put in all the windows, then we can change. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 1, think this might be a bit too big. Okay, I think we should make it. Yeah. Make it so it's right at the top. You can even make it 3. There we go. Make it 3 right at the top. There we go. Nice. Fantastic. There we go. Okay, make sure this is in the middle. I think that's pretty decent. Okay, we can also, if we want to, we can also add a door here too. So that if you want to go out, you can. Okay, next I want to change the color. Okay, so we need a nice color that actually, maybe we go for a nice orange. It's not too bad. We could go for, oh, the black is quite nice. I do like the black. Let's see. If we back out, what do we think? Not too bad, not too bad. I actually quite like it, to be fair. I think it's quite nice. Okay, there we go. I think to make it fun, to make this quite fun, I think we should maybe add... There we go. Just to make it more interesting. You can also even add a double one, like so. Whoops. Nice. I like that a lot. I'm not gonna add that. There we go. And bring that there. Make it a little bit higher. Good. Bring it up a little bit higher. Okay, right. I think that's quite decent. Next, I'm gonna add some stairs. Add it so that it goes straight like that. Okay, maybe we can bring this in a bit. Yes, I think so. Make it a little bit wider. Nice. Can maybe... Which one do we like? I do like that, but I don't think it fits. Maybe this. What do you think? Yeah, I think that will be okay. I think that should be fine. Yes, I agree. Okay, right. Then I want to add... Oh no, we can't do that. Because there's a bit of a hill, so we can't do that. There we go. And just add some here. There we go. And then we can also just add some fencing. This one. There we go. Okay, right. I think that looks quite nice. I do wish that we could maybe change the color of the plants, but it is what it is. That's okay. Okay, so we've had that little path, And then over here, I want it to be a bit of a communal space. Yes. Okay, so this little area here, I wanted to, let's make the whole thing. Make the whole thing like this. There we go. Okay, I think that looks quite nice. Okay, and maybe we can add like, oops. Let's make this a bit smaller. Maybe make, actually no. Okay, so we've got this little area here where everybody can come together. We will sort that out just now. What I want to do is maybe do a little circle here. Like this. There we go. I think that breaks it up quite nicely. Yeah, I think that breaks it up quite nicely. Okay, right, let's go to the next house, which will be over here. So we built this house here, and now we're going to build another one just behind. It's not going to be a big house either. Okay, there we go. Whoopsie, this is all, it's all too close. Bring that in a bit, like this. Nice. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, then I want to change the color. So let's go for a different color that we haven't done. But we still want it to be a bright color. Maybe we can do this pink color. That could be a really cool idea. We do like a pink color. Okay, next. Okay, so I want to give this house a bit of a platform. So I want to see what happens if we add a house. If we add a house on top, let us see. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna add a little roof there. Okay, make this a bit higher. There we go. I don't think this will work. I honestly don't think this will work. No, I don't think so. Okay, let's just get rid of that. No, I honestly thought that was going to work, but clearly not. Bring it in a bit. Yes, bring that in a bit. Nice. Okay, we've got this house. I also want to add a side bit to it as well, just to make it a little bit different from other people. Let's make it a bit taller. Okay, nice. And I'm going to make a veranda or a balcony. Okay, and we'll bring it out like so. Okay, it needs to be a bit lower down. Bring it down. There we go. It needs to be a bit higher. There we go. Bring it out a bit. that out of it too. Okay, then we can, nice. Oh, that's actually quite cute. I like that. That is actually very cute. We will put a door out here. I think maybe we should change the door. I think we should change the door. Maybe make it a little bit different. Yeah? I think so. Okay, that's very, very close. Let's make it a little bit taller. There we go. We can also make this a little bit taller too, like so. Okay, I think that is that's absolutely adorable. And then maybe we can have the door. The door can be here. Oh, there might not be any space. Okay, let's see. Can we add? There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now we can have. Okay, we can have two doors actually. Yeah, we'll have that side door, and we'll have this big door here. Wow, that door actually looks quite big. And remember that we have some stairs. Okay, and it's locked. Right. This also needs to. Wait, sorry. Whoopsie. Sorry. I'm just. Okay, there we go. That took me a little while, but we finally managed to sort that out. There we go. Okay, now let's. Okay, we're gonna make it pink, of course. But there we go. Also make that pink too. Nice. Okay, the roof. Make it a brown, I think. The brown looks nice. We can make this pink because this person just loves pink. Okay, and pink. And then what colors? Oh, you can do the doors pink. Oh my goodness. That is adorable. Okay, I love that. That is fantastic. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, alright, now we're going to add some windows. There we go. So this person just loves the color pink. As you can tell. There we go. Very, very cute. Add a double at the top like so. And over here, there's no point in having a window this side, so yes, we can maybe have a window there. No, only one window, and one big window there and there, like so. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, and we will add a big door here. Nice. Fantastic. I like that a lot. Okay, that's the lowest that I can go. The lowest. That's okay. Alright, now let's do our path. Turn it. Okay. Alright, I think that looks absolutely I think that looks absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. Okay, then I want to have a little pond. Okay, so that it's in her home. There we go. Okay, so she's got a little pond happening here. This needs to move. Look, see this little ducks. We can have... Nice. Okay, and then maybe... Okay, I think that's really cool. And we can rotate. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to cut it. I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to cut it here. Okay, so this, I'm going to delete that. Okay, nice. So you can have a little... Okay, wait. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we can bring this so you can sit here. Okay, let's okay, there we go. I think that should be a bit better. We'll still keep that gate there, but we'll keep the chair here like so. Okay, yes. Alright, so that you can come here and sit and do what you need to do. There we go. Now take another one here, and I'm just gonna change it. Maybe put something like that over there. We could also have the little bird thing as well, which we can bring there. It's actually in the wall, so let's move that out. There we go. Okay, this house is super cute. Okay, now let's add the lights. Yes, let's add the lights. I was thinking if I wanted to add some confetti. I think that would be very interesting. Let's bring these a bit higher. I think adding some, well, not confetti, sorry. Adding some designs, I think would be cool. Okay, we'll see what that looks like at night. We'll have one here, like so. We'll have here. Okay, we need one up here and there. Go. 1, 2. Okay, fantastic. Alright, and we also need around the house. Let's do that. Okay, looking good. Okay, there's a lot of lights. Okay, let's see what this looks like with the lights on. I do love that. So I'm going to add another light here. There we go. And one more there. Okay, that is adorable. And I want to add one more light here maybe. And here. Okay, so that is very bright. Okay, then I want to add a little path. Should we make this path? Yeah, let's make it smaller. Okay, right. Very nice. Okay, very cool. I think that looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Wow, talk about some privacy. Also would like to, I want to add a light at the top here so that it's not very, very, very dark. And maybe we can add one at the top here as well. Okay, so that looks pretty well lit. Oh, we also need to add a chimney. We cannot forget that. I think having it at the back is quite a good idea. Okay, so maybe in the corner here, because we don't want it to block the view. Okay, so. Okay, fantastic. Right there. I think that's quite cute. Okay, now I was looking at, because this is quite a little fun house. So we can even have that. We can change the color, make it pink as well. Okay, let's take this to the daytime, shall we? There we go. We've got a pink little one there. And maybe we can have something from here to here. It says, hey, this is my house. Okay, I think that looks adorable, adorable, adorable. All right. So now we have our we have our 5 little homes, which I absolutely, absolutely, absolutely love. Okay. We've got this little one here. Okay. And then, so I think that it is, okay, it's important to have these little homes. Okay, we're gonna do another little home at the top here. So it's not gonna be, okay, so this is not gonna be a big home either. Take it, make it a bit smaller. Okay, we also need our paths as well. Make it a little bit bigger as well. Okay, got our paths, fantastic. And we can make it so that we can also go around this way too. And then we can also go around this way. That's also very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. Okay. This house is not going to be pink. Not at all. Okay. Maybe this can be a bit of a thin house. Yeah, it can be a bit of a thin house. Wait, I have an idea. Let's do this, shall we? Okay, let's move this house. Let's rotate it, okay? I'm gonna put it on the side there. And we're going to, I think maybe, okay, we're going to make a little garden, like so. Little garden, okay? And you can maybe, there we go. Okay, so the house is gonna have to move. Maybe we can move this house this side. Rotate it. Move it backwards like this. Okay. And we have our little garden out here. I think that's great. Right? It's got our little garden. Okay, now let's add our door. Nice. Whoops. Let's add our windows. So I like the idea of a double window. I think that's pretty cool. We can even add that. Actually, I think that should be maybe, there we go. That should be added there, not here. That's it. There we go. Okay, I think that's cool. This should also have some plants as well. Oh, I missed it. It's okay. There we go. Okay. I think that looks quite nice. Okay, now for this part, I think I'm just gonna have maybe 1, 2, 3, and one more. Oh, like that. There we go. And we can just have some windows like this. Okay, it doesn't add. Oh, there we go. Okay. That is our little house. Okay, but we do need to change the color. Okay, that's quite nice. Okay, we can do that. What color goes with that? We could also do maybe... Let's go with that color. The white goes quite nicely. I do like the white doors. Although we can actually go with more of a brown color. I think that looks quite nice. With that brown. Yes. That's very good. I do like that. Okay. Yeah, that's very nice. And you can also change this color as well, which is very cool. But we will keep it brown as well. We'll keep it brown. Okay, let's bring this part all the way through to here. Okay, nice. And then we also need a path to get out as well. So let's go here. And then we're gonna add a door. Or we're gonna add a big door like that. Okay, it needs to face the other way. Oh, wait, what? I didn't know you could do that. How does it look? Oh, wow. I did not know you could do this. That's interesting. Okay, well, we want some privacy, so we won't be doing that. Okay, so door. Okay, well, I don't know why it's flipped like that, but we shall leave it as that. Okay. Right. Then we need to add our little chimney. Which I'm going to put on the side there. Okay, can bring it up. We'll bring it up a bit. There we go. I do like a good side. Like that. I do like a good side chimney, like so. I really, really do. Okay. Let's also add some trees. I think some trees would be quite nice. There we go. Oh, that makes it so cozy. I love that. Then you come out here. Okay, it is a bit dark out here. That's okay. This person just loves trees, I guess. Okay, we're just gonna add trees here. we go. Okay, so that's just the tree house. Like, he just loves trees, just loves trees. Okay, let's add some lights. I think the lights will look so pretty here. There we go. Nice. And we can add light here and a light here. And we can add one here too. I think that'll look so cute. Here we're just adding all of the side lights, like so. Boom. Nice. Very good. Okay. Now we need, I'm going to add one here. We need for the house. Okay, there we go. Right, so we'll need in all the nice places. Okay, right. Very good. Where am I going to put here? Could put... Okay, well, let's just test it. Let's see what it looks like at night. There we go. Okay, inside is not too bad. We can put a light up here. There we go. It's actually quite cute. It's actually quite cute. And you come out here. I'm actually going to add another light out here. There we go. So that it's not so dark. This one doesn't have lights. What? Why does it not have lights? Okay, let's just start adding some lights to it. Can add where we see fit. There we go. Sometimes I just add lights to where I think it needs lights. There we go. One there and one over here. Okay, now let's move this. Nice. Okay, and we're also going to add a path here too, and we're going to continue with this. There we go. So now that's complete. There we go. Okay, nice. So these are all the beautiful homes that we have done so far. Okay, right, let's go back, shall we? Okay, right, next let's add some beautiful stairs going down. Now with this section here, I want to try and make it, whoopsie. I want to try and make it so it's just a path. So I'll bring that down. And I really just want to bring this down as well. Okay, let's also change this color because, yes, I also don't want this on the side. So we'll just do some steps like that. There we go. And make this a bit higher. There we go. Or what we can do to make it, no, I think that's fine. We can make it as wide as we can, like so. There we go. And we'll just move this. There we go. Okay, now this, okay, this is going to be a different color because it's just generic. Okay, there we go. Okay, So we've got that area there. And now, okay. And it's gonna take us this way, right? Do you know what would be such a cool idea? What if we made this? What if we made this a bit higher like this, right? And then we add some water underneath like this. I think that would be so cute. So we do that and we add a bit of water over here. Nice. There we go. So that can fill up that spot or fill up that space. Okay, and we can make this a bit longer as well. And we can actually get rid of this path here so that there's a bit of greenery. I think that is a fantastic idea. And then we'll just add some little, there we go, so you don't fall in. And the same goes for here too, like so, so that you don't fall in. Okay, we're going to move this up a bit, like that. Nice. Very good, okay. That is awesome. Right, so this is how it's looking at the moment, and I think it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. Right, next we are going to build another house. Okay, this house is going to be a bit longer. Yeah, it's going to be a bit longer. We can have it to the side as well. And then we can also make it longer like that. I don't like that it has that roof. I don't like that at all. Okay, we can make this house have a little bit of a veranda. Well, not really a veranda, but something similar to that. Something similar. Okay. I think that's quite cool. Or what we can do is we can even make it so that it fits the whole house. So the whole house has a veranda. Bring it in a bit. No, we need to make this bigger. So maybe just, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so maybe it's just the front that has it, like that. Okay, then we're gonna add some stairs, like so. There we go. Whoops. Okay, I want to make these stairs bigger. Okay, that's okay. And then we'll add that as well. We'll add that because, yeah. And we'll keep that and we'll change the pink to white. Okay, this needs to move. Whoopsie. This needs to move a little bit. Fantastic. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. This house still gets a wall. Okay, let's just add maybe here. I just don't like, no. Okay, I honestly just don't like that it has that. So I'm going to leave it as is. So let's get rid of that. Nice. Okay, now let's just add a little wall. There we go. Nice. There we go. Okay, make this wall a bit lower. That was actually quite a high wall. Wow. It was a very high wall. Okay, gonna add a door. Like so. I don't know why the door is that way. But anyway. Okay. Right. Whoops. Okay, right, so I've made it. So there we go. Okay, right, then you walk up the stairs. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, there you go. Now you've got your stairs. And I think I'm going to add the stairs here as well. I'm going to add stairs here as well. And I like that you can make it a little bit bigger, move it across. There you go. I think that is so cool. Okay, right, let's get our path going. So from there, we're going to go. I don't want that. Okay. That actually looks really, really cute. Okay, now let's add our door. Nice big door. Okay, I think that looks good. Right. Now we're gonna add our windows. I'm gonna add 3 windows here. Yes. And maybe 2 this side. I think so, yes. And here I'm gonna add, or maybe should I add a door? Maybe a door might be a good idea, I think. Let's add a door. Nice. Can add that here. I think so. Just click on that. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, I think that looks awesome. I really think that looks cool. Okay, let's grab. Okay, we're gonna grab one of these. And we're gonna put it here. We're gonna rotate it. Like this. Okay, so you have a little chair there. We're gonna do another one. Do we actually need another one? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Oh, we can add some trees. That might be quite nice. Okay, then we also need to add one of these as well, which we can add over here. So this can move. What if we add a little pond here? Will that make a difference? No. I don't like that. Okay, I think just maybe add it there. Maybe rotate it a little bit. There we go. Or we can make it just one chair. There we go. Nice. This one we can rotate and put right at the top. And we can add some stairs actually. Goes right like that. And then all the way down. All the way down. Like so. And we can just do that for this area. Yeah, I think that looks very cute. Maybe we can There we go. That's quite cute. I like that. There we go. And I also like that it curved like that. That was really cute. Okay. Okay, there we go. And we can bring it down like so. There we go. Nice. So you can come here if you want to. And you can sit and look at the beautiful flowers if you want. There we go. Okay, so that is the other house. Okay, nice. Okay, this is coming along very nicely. I think we might have maybe 2 more homes left. 2 more homes left. Okay, right. Our next home. It's not going to be a huge one either. So make it like this. A lot of these homes are sideways, as you can see. I wish there was a way that we were able to duplicate. I think if we could duplicate, I think that would make a huge difference. That would honestly make a huge difference. Okay, that is quite a nice house. I've been really experimenting with the types of houses and what it can offer. So there we go. Nice. What's this? That could be a cool little feature. Let me just bring that down. There we go. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, now let's do this so that there's a lot of grass. There we go. Nice. Okay, right. So this is literally right on the edge. Okay, so we can't do much, which is okay. Let's see what happens if I put stairs and I go up here like this. I want to see what happens. Oh, that's very cool. No, but we do need to bring this out a bit. That needs to come out a bit, and that needs to come out a bit. Okay, we can make this a bit wider. But yes, I think that's a lot better. Okay, and then what happens if can we add a door? Oh, we can. Oh my goodness. I see, I did not know you could do this. This is awesome. This is very, very cool. Okay. Yes. Okay, and we can just move this one as well. Okay, because I just want to move it. How do I move it? There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove this door. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this door. And I'm actually gonna put this door here. And I can make a double door. a door. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, I am happy. I'm very happy. Okie dokie. And then I think we should also maybe have a door at the bottom. I think that might also be a really good idea too. And we can also make it a big door too, which is fantastic. Okay, right. Got our path. Very good. Make this path a little bigger. Fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my word, I'm so excited about this. Okay, let's add a chimney, which we can add here. Love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. What color is it going to be? Would you like this color? That's quite a nice color. That is actually quite a nice color. Although there's not much option for this. We might have to go with a darker color. No, I like the green with that. That's quite pretty. Yeah, that's quite pretty. And the door, oh, the door can also be that color. And this can be green as well. Wow, that actually looks quite nice, I won't lie. Okay, now let's us add some windows. Okay, so we've got, I feel like we can do maybe quite a bit of windows here. Because it is a decent, right, so we're not going to touch it there. Because maybe we can do 2 corner windows like that. With these ones. There we go. I think the corner windows are the best options for these, to be very honest with you. But I mean, like with something like this, I think that that is quite nice. I do want to have the plants whenever you... Oh, I miss the plants. I miss them again. There we go. Okay, we'll also do another one here as well. And we'll make it so that it also has plants too. So we'll click that. There we go. And then we can just have a corner window. I actually like how many corner windows we have. That can go like that. We'll have one corner window there, corner window. And maybe we can have a small one over there. And here we can just have 2 windows there. Yeah, I think that looks fantastic. And then we just will maybe put, no. I think that looks cool with all of those windows. I think this looks amazing, amazing, amazing. And then I think I don't want to make it too busy. I do like the idea of the bushes here. I think that looks cool. Yes, I think that looks cool. We'll have, actually, I liked what was there before. And then maybe we can just add some here. There we go. Nice. Okay, right, so let's maybe add a tree. No, because that's going to block the view of all these amazing windows. I think these windows look absolutely amazing. So there we go. Okay, so I'm not going to do much. I think this looks great. However, I am going to add, I'm going to add one of these, and I'm going to put one here, like so. And then maybe I might put one at the side here. Oh, whoops. Copy this and put one here. Rotate it. There you go. Nice. And we can also maybe just add some things as well. For example, this we can put over here. We can add another one. And yes, okay. So we're just gonna put just some random things there. Very cool. And we also need our door so that we can get out. There we go. Nice. I like that. Okay, so we can actually bring down these walls because they are a bit high. So there you go. There you go. That looks cool. Right? We're going to make the path like so. Very good. And lastly, we need to add the lights. The lights are very, very important. Just going to add some lights. There we go. Okay, next I'm literally going to just start adding all of these lights onto the corners like such. Yes, I think that looks amazing. But if need be, we will have to, whoops. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, I think that could be good. Or actually grab this, rotate it. Oops. There we go. Okay, then we need some lights out here. So we can actually put some lights on the wall, which might look quite nice, rather than having it stand like so. I think that's gonna look quite nice. Okay, we'll do one. Whoopsie. We'll do one there, one here, maybe one light there. We'll put right here, and we'll put a light over here. Okay. Now, I want to see what it looks like at night. Oh, wow, look at that. That looks so beautiful. I love that so much. Okay, I want to add these lights here. I'm going to tilt it so that it's, there we go. And then we're just going to add lights. Oops, we're just going to add some lights along the wall, like so. Okay, that looks amazing. Nice. Okay, that home is very well lit. Even at the back, gotta make sure that gets very well lit. Okay, right, so these are all the beautiful homes. We can even make a little home. Okay, let's go back to the daytime. Okay, we will do this. Okay, nice. And I will make another little home over here. But maybe what we can do is we can make this two little homes. Okay. There we go. Bring this in a bit. Nice. Okay. Maybe bring this down a bit. There we go. Okay. Right, so we've got one little home. another little home over here. So they like live together. They live together, but not together, if you know what I mean. Okay. Right, bring this down. Bring it the other way. There we go. And we're going to bring it like this. And bring this down a bit. Okay, fantastic. Right, so these are, maybe these can be like the cheaper homes, maybe. Okay. Yeah, because they're sharing together, so maybe these are the cheaper homes or something like that. Okay, I like what I did earlier. So I'm gonna actually do this. I'm gonna make a little part like this. I thought that was super, super cute. I'm gonna bring this in a little bit. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit like that. I'm gonna make this really, really cozy. Okay. We're gonna make the door on the outside here, like so. And then over here, we can have a path like that. I love that idea. Okay, fantastic. Look at that. All right. And so we have our path, and we have one door here and one door here. Okay. Right, let's add our doors. So we've got our one door here. We'll make it a big door. And our other door here. Also make that a big door as well. Okay, so we've got two. We've got two here, which is kind of cute. Oh no, it's the wrong path. Oh well, okay, that's okay. Okay, and then we can take this back here, maybe, where you can just sit and relax a little bit. Okay, right, let's add some windows, shall we? 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm gonna add one window here. Maybe a side window. Go. A side window there. Bring this up. Another side window. So actually bring that nice. There we go. And we can maybe have another side window. And one more side window here. There we go. Because you can't see much really, to be fair. And then maybe at the top here we can have one of these. I think that's a fantastic idea. Okay, got one of those at the top. And maybe we have one here too. Okay. And out here we must have our little chimneys. Very important to have our little chimneys. There we go. And then outside here we can just have a little area where we can relax and talk and chill. Okay, so there we go. And we're going to copy. This is actually quite cute. This is actually really cute. I wouldn't mind this, to be fair. Okay, no, this is not good. We don't want this. So I want to get rid of this path. There we go. I think this is so cute. There we go. I think this is adorable. Absolutely. This is very adorable. There we go. Okay, very cute. let's quickly just change the colors. Okay, so maybe this is a little pink house with red, and this can be maybe a little orange house with a red top as well. There we go. Red, red. We've really got to try and sell this now. Okay, orange, red, red. Sorry, red. There we go. And nice. There we go. Oh, that actually looks quite cute. Okay, so this is what color? Let's do a grey color. We haven't done like a darker house yet. So we can do, that actually looks quite nice with the green. Yeah, I actually like that with the green. It's quite sweet. And with the walls, I quite like maybe, that's quite nice, but it is quite dark. Maybe a lighter, or even that, that's also quite nice. Okay, no, that's not the same color. I think, yes, there we go. Okay, right. This is what we've got so far, and I think that it's very, very, very cute. Okay. Very, 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 very cute. I think maybe we should have, yes, there we go. I think that will do it. That will definitely, definitely do it. Okay, and now in this little garden area, I think we should just have some, maybe just have some chairs. So we'll move these chairs and we'll just put these chairs over here, and they can just sit here and chat if they want to, like so. There we go. And we just rotate. There we go. So they can just sit here and they can just chat like so. And I think that looks absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so we rotate that a bit. There we go. Okay. I love that. I love that so much. I'm not going to lie, but this looks incredible. Okay, I think what we should do is, let's see, we could also even, if we wanted to, we can make this a bit taller, like a bit higher. So just in case it rains, we can bring this all the way down like that. Okay, and can make it round like that. Here we go. Oh, that looks actually quite cute. Okay, let's move this out a bit. There we go. Okay, that actually looks really cute. I'm very, very, very happy with that. Wow. Okay. Let's build our last house, which will be on the corner over here. So I think that this is going to be a more interesting one, like the bigger one out of all of them. I think. No, that's fine. Okay, we'll make these interesting. Okay, bit. There we go. Okay, then maybe we can bring this in a bit. What happens if we bring this down? I mean, that could work, but we just need this now. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Alright, let's just get rid of that. And that. And we will just add little houses to it. Okay. We will add another little house to it, like so. Bring it back. This could be a bit longer. There we go. Maybe we can pop this out a bit. And bring this, we can have that. Bring it down a bit more. Like so. Maybe pop this in a bit. There we go. Right, this can, there we go, nice. Bring this down a bit, like so. Bring it in a bit more, like that. There we go. Okay, I actually like that, that's quite cute. And then we will have nice. Okay, so this is gonna be the house. Okay, we're gonna have, we'll have like maybe a few, whoops. Okay, there we go, nice. And then I think we should have maybe another door. Let's have another door over here. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Nice. And then we add another path there. Okay, nice. Right. I'm going to add the door over here. Then I'm also going to add the door over here, like so, like so, like so, like so. Okay. That, oh, we can also bring these walls down. There we go, there we go. Okay, we can bring the path. There we go. And then there's another part that we can also bring down here too. Fantastic. And then there will be a path to here. There we go. Let's add the door, shall we? Okay, we'll add the door here and just move the path. There we go. Okay, so oops, move. What? There we go. So that's the path there, and that is the path there that we have chosen. Okay, nice. And maybe we can add something here at the top. We'll just make it a bit thicker, like this. We'll put it right in the middle, like this. And then we'll add another one. And we'll just make it a little bit bigger than that. This. Cool. Make this a veranda. Bring it down like this. That's fine. If it's like that, that's okay. We'll bring it over like this. Okay, no, that's fine. That actually looks quite cute. Right, so you're gonna have a door here. Nice door. Gonna add lights. I want it to be very light outside. And then we're gonna add some windows. There we go, let's move that. Nice. Where are we? Window. 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 Side window. We'll put that right in the middle there. Okay, and another window there. Side window. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get rid of that. Make that a side window. There we go. There we go. Put something there. Very cool. I do like that. Put that over. That looks so cool. I love that. Okay, cool. Right, and then let's add lights. I think we might have to have just a lot of these lights, maybe. Fantastic. Rotate. Yeah, probably just a lot of lights. There we go. Okay, and then maybe we just add lights here. Because I do prefer the lights that are on the sides. I do prefer those. There we go. Oh, that's very far. Let me just. What? Yeah, let me move that there. Oh, I forgot about here. Let's finish these. 1, 2. Okay. Right. Let's see what it looks like at night. Okay, that looks amazing. That honestly looks amazing. I love that so much. Okay, it's lit it up actually quite nicely. Lovely. Okay, I'm gonna add a little pond. Yes, there we go. There's a little pond. And maybe this side as well. There's a little pond. I'll bring this actually all the way around like so. Okay, I think that's cool. Oh, we didn't add any lights for here. We should probably do that. 2, 3. I want to add as many floor lights as I can. Because that is, I love floor lights. I think floor lights are the best. Go. Nice. Fantastic. And then we're going to bring this here so you can see the back. And we rotate it here. Okay, I think that's pretty well lit if you ask me. Okay, so now we need to just put lights. The door is gone again. What happened to the door? Okay. Right. Oh, we lost the door again. Okay. There we go. Alright, well, it won't let us make it any bigger, but that's okay. Okay, so now we're just adding the lights. so that everybody can see when they walk. I also want to add some lights here too, so that when you're walking at night, you can see where you're going. Fantastic. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, light. Whoops, light. Light. There we go. And a light there. Okay. I think we should rotate and have another one there. Rotate it. Whoops, whoops, whoops. This one. I didn't mean to give this one. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Okay, there we go. Okay. Nice. We got 1 and 2. Rotate that. Rotate that. We also need a light here as well. Very good. And a light here. Over there too. Nice. Okay, I think we might need maybe a few more. There you go. Okay, no, I don't want that. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is looking. Oopsie. This is looking so good. Nice. Look at that. Look how awesome that looks. There we go. Okay, oh, we don't have any lights here. That's not very good. I can't believe I forgot some lights here. That's very not good. Wow. Okay, because that's like where they hang out. Okay, right. So another light there, light there, there. Oh, we can leave it like that. That's interesting. Okay, another light on the side, maybe. Top. Light at the side. We can put one there, and then one there as well. Okay, that's quite lit. Yes. Wow. This is very well lit. Oh my word. Okay, then I want to add one light. Light. There we go. Let's bring this way. Okay, so that's, whoops. Where am I? Okay, there we go. We can have a little path here. Yes, I think so. Okay. Right, we need to add some light here as well. Let's add some light. There we go. And over here. There we go. Let's add one more light. We should probably just maybe, yeah, probably. But this, I don't like this. I don't know why it does this. There we go. Okay, right. So this is our little village of secret gardens, and I think it looks beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know which one was your favorite. All right. I hope hope you enjoy.